Alright, so what we are going to learn today. So we were talking about solving, we talked about isolating quantities, we talked about the basics of quadratic equations, and we will probably double click on some of those things related to quadratic formula. Here we shall, and then we will get into the dealing with system of linear equations and quadratic equations. All right. So let me do a quick roll call and we'll get started. So we have Ananya, we have Davik, Dev, Jana, Neil, Riya, Ritika, Samriddhi, Vishal and Vivan. And here comes Saranya also. So some kids are still missing. So I'm sure they'll be joining as we go. So yesterday when we were talking about quadratic equations, we talked about three methods for solving quadratic equations. One is applying those generic rule of thumb which we call as algebraic identities, or the simple formulas of a plus b whole square, a minus b whole square and a square minus b square. And then we looked at other method where we were trying to map our quadratic equation with the standard form of the quadratic equation. Then we multiplied a and c, and then we were able to factorize it. So net with these two approaches, our main goal is to say if I have a quadratic equation, let's say x squared plus 4x plus 7 equals 0, if I'm trying to solve it, or be it 2x squared plus 14x minus 18 equal to 0, if I'm trying to solve it, our ultimate goal, hey Vishwa, yes, sir. So our ultimate goal is to factorize this, be whatever method, be it by mapping it to the standard formula of equations or by using a into c and then breaking it down. Ultimately we are trying to convert this to x into a times x plus b equals 0. This is what we are trying to get to. This is our ultimate goal. And once we get to this, then we'll say, okay, this is 0 or this is 0. When this is 0, what is the value of x? When this is 0, what is the value of x? Yep. So that's our ultimate goal. And then we said, okay, let's not worry too much about these approaches. Hey, Nikhil.
Hi, sir.
So we are talking about quadratic equations which we have dealt with in the past, and we are just trying to relate that one more time, and then we'll go to solving system of linear equation quadratic equations. All right. So ultimately we are trying to get to this stage. Now the third approach was that, okay, if nothing works, if both the things don't work, or we don't want to break our head with that, we can look at another approach which we can call a silver bullet, if you guys trust your memory more than I do mine. Okay, with my memory. So that is called quadratic formula. So always the standard form of the equation of the quadratic equation is mapped to this: x squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. Okay, this is the standard form for quadratic equation. Can everybody see the entire board clearly? That's not a question for Praneeth, but everybody else online. Yeah. Okay. So this is the standard form of quadratic equation, and then what the third method or the silver bullet or the quadratic formula says, that if you have an equation like this, what will be the value of a, b and c, you can solve straight away applying the quadratic formula, which says the two solutions from this equation is mapping to minus b plus minus b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Meaning, get the value of b, plug in here. Get the value of, you've got the value of b already, so plug in here as well. Get the value of a, plug in here. Get the value of c, plug in here. And, yeah, Rush.
Hi.
So this is the quadratic formula. So when you go for the plus option, meaning first option is x equals minus b plus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, or the second value of x would be this. Okay. Now, why this quadratic formula? And again, from this can be derived, okay? I'm not going to do that right now. We have done that in one of the classes. If you guys get curious and want me to find out how this equation translates into this, we can do that. It's just a 10-minute job. But we're not doing that on purpose right now. But whenever anybody gets curious, let me know. Now, here, what is the advantage of this formula? Or how do we derive something more meaningful for us to play with this kind of solution? Yes.
Using the discriminant, we can say how many solutions we can get.
Okay. So basically, if you look at this whole formula, minus b by 2a, this part is constant. This doesn't change for both the solution that you will get. Only thing that plays a very crucial role is this part. Minus b square minus 4ac square root. Square root of b square minus 4ac. Now, when you look at it with a very simplistic approach, you will say, okay, fine. If this value becomes 0, what happens? If this value is 0, that means I'm talking about minus b plus minus 0 by 2a. So we are talking about only one solution. So there could be quadratic equation when you solve it, you will get only one solution. This guy is telling you that. Is that acceptable to everybody? Jana, Ananya, Saranya, everybody, Neil, somebody, yeah? So basically, this guy helps you determine how many solutions you will have. If b square minus 4ac results into a 0, we are talking about plus and minus making no difference in our lives. That means we'll have only one solution. If b square minus 4ac, let's say square root of b square minus or b square minus 4ac. Now we have three options, right? This could be greater than 0, this could be equal to 0, this could be less than 0. When it is equal to 0, we saw that okay, we will have only one solution for x. When it is greater than 0, that means square root of any positive value will give you some value. I mean, be it 1, be it 2, be it 20, be it 1.75, 1.29, 22.75, whatever. But square root of a positive number will give you some value. Okay? Let's not worry about how much, but there will be some value. So when you get some value, so then you're talking about one solution with plus of some value, then another solution with minus of some value. So you're talking about two solutions. Mosquito is still after you? Okay. So just give me a second. I have a gift for Kenny. Tear it off, put that wristband, and before you go, you can give it to the kid in the next class. Alright, so basically what happens is, just put that wristband on just put it on. That should keep the mosquitoes away. And don't throw the packet, you can put it inside so that, no? Yeah. Now, when you are talking about this value being greater than 0, we are talking about two solutions. What happens when it's negative? For the sake of simplicity, we will say square root of a negative, let's say minus 2, is not a practically feasible solution. It's not a realistic solution. I might be dreaming, I'll close my eyes, I'll say in my imagination there will be a solution for this. Okay? So this is an imaginary solution. Square root of any negative number is not a realistic solution, that's an imaginary solution. So you will say that whenever you come across a situation when b square minus 4ac gives you a negative value, you will say that square root of that is going to be an imaginary solution, or we will not have no solution. We will have no solution. So basically, this discriminant plays a very, very important role when we are dealing with quadratic equation or quadratic formula. When this is positive, you have two solutions for x or y, whatever variable you are dealing with. When it is equal to 0, you are talking about only one solution of the variable. And when you're talking about b square minus 4ac is negative, you're talking about no solution or imaginary solution. Does it make sense? Everybody. Vishal, Neil, Sarah, Dev, Jana, Ritika, everybody with me so far? Riya?
Understood.
Okay. So now let's look at the significance of this one while solving few quadratic equations. Okay. I would want you guys to quickly solve this in 2 minutes. Okay. I have an equation called x squared minus 2x minus 17 equals 0. I want you guys to solve it for x. And you guys have 3 methods. Mapping it with one of the standard formulas, looking at the a into c factorization options, or third is the quadratic formulas we talked about. Who can solve this real quick? And you guys have only 2 to 3 minutes, okay? We are trying to practice. I'm not trying to make you guys rush, but I'm trying to get you guys used to managing your time well when you're dealing with a problem. Is everybody giving it a shot? Okay. And whenever I give you guys problem to solve it, don't let that become something to bother you. Look at that as an excitement or exciting opportunity for solving something that you have not dealt with before. Ananya, you're trying with her? Neil, Sarah, everybody?
What?
Now I was just asking, are you guys trying to solve this for x?
Yeah.
That was not a very confident yeah, but I want to hear a very, very confident yeah or yes.
I don't really know what to do.
I'm so, oh, you don't know what to do? Okay. Okay, I'll give you guys 2 minutes. I mean, let's see whoever is trying, and then after that, I will do my gymnastics with this problem.
Is it minus 15x?
What is it, beta?
Minus 15x.
So, x square minus 2x minus 17 equal to 0. I am saying what are the possible values of x by solving it.
Okay.
Yeah. Arush, Davik, are you guys giving it a try as well?
Yeah, I don't have a calculator on me, so I have to pull up an online calculator.
I don't have a calculator either. I'll still try solving it.
No, like I know how to do it, but I'm too lazy to do the calculation in my head.
No. Okay. So when it comes to math, right? I mean, I'll let you guys kind of muddle the water by yourself a little bit more. Okay. Okay. So let me try solving this for you guys. Okay. Anybody being close? Almost? Okay. I'll let Praneeth finish it, and anybody online who is close to being done. Vishal, any luck? Vishwa, nobody saying anything. It's a lazy Sunday afternoon.
I did it, but I got like a imaginary route.
You are getting imaginary route. Okay. So now look at how would your teacher solve it like a student. Okay. So I have this equation. First thing that pops up into my mind is this mapping to one of the standard formulas? And the standard formulas I know is a plus b whole squared is a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Not this one. A minus b whole squared gives me a squared minus 2ab plus b square. So I have two terms with a negative. Both of these give me only one term with negative or all positive. So this is not looking like an option. Now the next thing that we can do is fine. Can I map it with the standard form of the quadratic equation a square plus bx plus c? What is my a is 1, b is minus 2 and c is minus 17. Now let's look at a times c. What do I get? 17 into 1 into 1. Minus 17 into 1, that gives me minus 17. Now how do I break this to get a minus 2? 17 doesn't have much factors, right? You have only 1 to 17 and that doesn't give me a 2. So that is also gone. So then the next option I have is the magic wand, the quadratic formula, and that says that solution for x, there are two possible solutions for x, which is minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. What is my a is 1, b is minus 2 and c is minus 17. Whenever you go to this quadratic formula option, don't try solving for the entire thing. First look at this. Am I talking about two solutions? Am I talking about one solution? Am I talking about none solution? If this is positive, there will be two solutions. If this is negative, no solution. If this is 0, then we are talking about only one solution. Let's look at what is the value of my discriminant. So b square minus 4ac will be equal to b square. B square is minus 2 whole square. Minus 4, a is 1 and c is minus 17. What am I talking about? I am talking about minus 2 square, that is 4, and then 4 into minus 4 into 1 is minus 4 into 7 minus 17. So minus into minus becomes plus. 17 4 is 68. I am talking about 72. So this thing is positive. So I am talking about two options, two solutions. And now what is this value of this guy? Square root of 72 is 6, 7 7 are 49, 8 is 64, 9 9 is 81. So let's for the sake of simplicity I will say 8.5. 8 is 64, 9 9 is 81. I'm just making it up. And you guys will have calculator to find it out. So I got 8.5, let's say approximately. I will put that value here and say minus b. So minus of b, which is minus 2, plus minus square root plus minus 8.5 by 2a, and my a is 1, so that is 2. So this became minus into minus plus 2 plus and minus 8.5 by 2. So when I take the plus scenario, I am talking about 2 plus 8.5, that is 10.5 by 2, 5.25. And second is when I am taking a minus, 2 minus 8.5, that becomes minus 6.5 by 2, that is 3.25, minus 3.25. So these are the two possible answers. So they probably, when you were saying that the imaginary solution, somehow this part you misread something.
Yeah, I actually did it by positive 4 times negative 17.
Yeah, so it's not, so b square minus 4ac, right? So that's what. So this is where, Davik, to your point, you said that no, I'm kind of lazy. See, if I am getting lazy here, what will happen is I will rely a little bit more on the calculator, and what I can clearly observe here, that I will misinterpret. Let's say if I had a plus, then I did not have to do any calculation. I could have straight away said, okay, this part is negative, this is positive, so this is a negative value, imaginary solution. We don't even need a calculator for getting to that solution. Correct? So that's what I'm saying. Up to here, you will do your magic. Once you come to this absolute calculation part, this is where the calculator will come to help us. But that is a very small portion of the whole thing that we do. And more you do, more speed you will generate, much easier it will be for you guys to solve. Okay? I know I'm preaching here a little bit, but I want you guys to muddle the water as much as you can. Is everybody clear about what I did? Ananya, are you clear, beta? I know this was a new thing probably for you, but the three approach, right? First is mapping it with the standard formulas that we know. That was not an option. Then we said, okay, multiply A and C if I can break this into two parts. That was also not an option. Then we took the last resort, our magic wand of applying the quadratic formula. And this is a quadratic formula where we have to just plug in the value for A, B and C by mapping it to the standard form of the quadratic equation. Okay? And then we use the discriminant for solving it. Did it make sense to everybody, or there are still some small pieces of the onion that needs to be peeled off? And it's okay. I mean, if I have to explain one more time, I don't mind. Ananya, Ria, Neil, Sarah, Saranya, everybody, Jenna. Are you guys clear about what I did, or I'm just rushing through it? Vivan, clear? Okay. So this is one thing. So now I will let you guys practice two problems real quick before we get into the system of linear equations. System of linear equations and linear and quadratic equations. Okay, before we go there, I want you guys to be crystal clear, super clear, extra clear about how do you solve quadratic equations before you go to that one, because system of linear equation, quadratic equation is just an extension of what we already know. You guys know what is linear equation, you guys know what is quadratic equation. If these two things are married together, that's what we'll do after we are done with these two problems. So let me cook up two problems for you guys on the fly. And this time I would not want you to solve it, but tell me what is the approach that you are taking and how soon you are able to get the answer for these two. I mean, obviously you have to solve. So 2x squared plus 16x plus 32 equal to 0, and then x squared plus 3x plus 16 equals 0. I want you guys to solve this and tell me what is that is coming to. Is everybody confident to give it a try? First of all, that's the first question. Yeah? Okay, complete the second one also. Yes, Jenna.
So do we have to solve both equations, right?
Yep, solve this equation to get the value for x and solve our values for x if they are more than one, and solve this equation to get the values for x. And yeah.
Can you turn the camera a little bit to the right?
This way.
Back. There.
Yeah, yeah. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just trying to rotate the camera and I did not realize that I have a touch screen on my laptop which clicked on the cross sign. Okay. Can everybody see the screen? Okay now? Okay. You guys were complaining about your teacher. See, I asked a small thing to teacher and it disappeared. Okay. I will let you guys try this out. And this should not take more than 5 minutes to solve both the problems. I want you guys to get into that super fast solving approach. I mean, super fast, or okay, let me rephrase it. I want you guys to get into that high-speed zone for solving these problems. Yes, Ritika.
I solved the first one and I got x is equal to -4.
You got x equal to -4. Okay. How about the second one?
I didn't finish the second one.
Okay.
I only did the first one.
Yeah, that's okay. Let you finish the second one. Yes, Dave.
I solved both of them. For the first one, I got x is equal to -4.
Hmm.
And the second one, I got x is equal to roughly -11.2 and -5.2.
Okay.
So, I took the first equation divided by 2 and then mapped it to a plus b
Uh.
squared, which got me x equals -4 like everyone.
Mhm.
And then when I went into the second one,
I'll come to you, Davik. I'm just listening to Praneeth's answer.
I noticed that you can't do any of the normal whole square stuff.
Mhm.
And then I did 8 times c, which is 16. And none of the factors could be added or subtracted to get 3.
Mhm.
So I did this quadratic equation. And the discriminant is 3 squared minus 4 times 1 times 16, which is 9 times minus a number bigger than.
Mhm.
Something.
That was the purpose.
So,
Okay.
no solution.
Okay. Davik, go ahead with your
For
story
the
time.
first one, for both of them, I got -4, and for the bottom two, just like how Praneeth was saying, I heard him. But because of the discriminant, it's like both are non-real answers.
Okay. So second one has no realistic answer. That's what I would say if I have to say it on your behalf. Yeah. And again, I have not confirmed anything yet. I have not told what Davik said is right, or what Ritika said is right or not, or what Praneeth said is right or not. I mean, I'll let everybody do their magic before coming to it. Yes, Dave.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I did plus 4ac instead of minus 4ac. There would be no solution for that second.
Okay. I mean, good that you and Davik and Praneeth are converging to the same solution, but I have still not confirmed whether this answer is right or not. So I want everybody else to find their own solution and then come back to me. Okay. One more minute before we move on. Anybody? Riya, Neil, Sarah, Vishwa, Ananya. I'm sorry, beta.
What's the formula?
What is that?
What's the formula?
Formula is b squared minus 4 is okay. So this is something that you will have to remember, okay? Because this is minus b plus minus b squared minus 4ac by 2a. This is the formula. This is called the quadratic formula. There are some things that though I don't recommend practicing or memorizing formulas, but there are things that you cannot skip. Otherwise, you can derive it on the fly, but that will take a little longer. Still bugging you, is
Yeah,
it?
there was one in my leg.
So after putting that also. Try one more. And this time you try putting it on your ankle. Let's see. I'm just trying to see if this is effective or not. I got 10 of them. Mostly this problem is in the evening classes when, yes, Jana.
I got no solution.
For which one?
Oh, the second one.
Second one. How about the first one?
The first one I got -4.
Wonderful. Okay, so now there are 4 or 5 friends who have got similar answers. Now let me see if I can be. I will not be the 5th friend in the group, but yeah, let's see if the guardian here is also aligning with the kids. Okay, so here when I have an equation like this, as I keep on repeating myself, I don't like bigger numbers. Whenever we have an opportunity for simplifying it, first thing is, before we attempt solving a problem, we should try simplifying it. So here you see that, okay, 2x squared, 16x, 32. So 2 is common here. I will divide the whole thing by 2, and that doesn't impact my health at all. This becomes x squared plus 8x plus 16. If I take 2 out, this equation is same as this equation. This is called the equivalent equation, right? I mean, this doesn't change anything. If you divide each and every term of the equation by same number or multiply by same number, doesn't hurt. You are dealing with this. Like fractions also. So now this is my little simpler equation. If I look at this equation, can I write this as, first thing you should do is, okay, if it is all plus, can I write this 16 as a 4 square? Now I have a square and b square. Is this 2ab? So x square plus 2 into 4 into x. That's what I can write as 8x plus 4 square. Now you will appreciate this whole thing. A square, a plus b whole square equals a square plus 2ab plus b square. And all that I'm doing, where I'm taking 30 seconds or 35 seconds, when you do that in your mind with more and more practice, just by looking at this equation, you will see, oh, this is a plus b whole square, x plus 4 whole square. So this is my a square, this is my 2 times a times b, and this is my b square. So this is as good as x plus 4 whole square, or x plus 4 times x plus 4 equal to 0. So either this is 0 or this is 0, then only you are getting this answer is 0, and both are same, so that way you are saying x plus 4 equal to 0. That's the only option. That's the only answer as well. Now this gives you x equal to minus 4, which matches with everybody's answer. Yeah? All of you who were halfway through, you can validate this answer and trust all your friends now, at least for this problem. They got it right. Now when it comes to this one, when I look at this one, this is square, but this is x square plus a square plus b square. But this is not 2 times ab. 2 times 4 will be 8 times 8x. This is 3x. So this is not matching with this standard formula to make it simplified. Second option is, can I break it down? Or when you are rushing for time, right? When you don't have enough time, it doesn't look like a straight square. You don't want to do that juggling of a times c and then breaking it down. You first look at whether this has a valid number of solution or not. And you will say, okay, fine, this is ax square plus bx plus c. This is my standard form of the equation. Let me see what is my value of the discriminant. Instead of doing all that juggling, you can straight away look at what is the value of my discriminant. If this is coming in negative, I can simply surrender and say I don't have solution for this. B square, what is my b value? B is 3. 3 square is 9. Minus 4 times a. 4 times 1 times c. C is 16. Be careful with the signs, okay? Because that is where your answer could change upside down. So the 9 minus 6 minus 64. This is the overall negative value. Doing a square root of that is not going to give you any realistic answer. Done deal. You will knock it off then and there. So whenever in doubt, that's why I call that quadratic formula as a magical formula. Because that helps you make a very quick decision when you are running against time. And trust me, all of us run against time when we are in an exam. So every minute saved is worth few grands. Okay? So whenever you are dealing with this situation and you see that, okay, this is not a perfect square, don't waste your time to go to A to C kind of a thing. First validate, does it have solution or not? It doesn't have solution, done. You don't have to go further. If you get this as a positive, then you have to continue. If you don't get a positive, if you get a 0, that is also even better. If you got a 0, this thing is 0, that means x will be equal to minus b plus minus 0 by 2a. Plus or minus 0 doesn't make any difference. Minus b, what is my b? Minus 3. What is my a? 1. 2 into 1. That's it. Done. So this discriminant, which discriminates your answers, right? That's why it's called discriminant. Somebody who discriminates. It discriminates your answers and says, yeah, whether you have to solve it or you don't have to solve it, this guy decides. So it's not only a discriminant, it's a decider also basically. It helps you fast track your solution. Does it make sense to everybody, or I'm just blabbering here? Jenna said yes, blabbering here. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'll keep on cracking those jokes, okay? I don't have a choice. All right, everybody with me? Saranya, Neil, Sarah, Davik, Ria, everybody? Arush, very quiet today, like always. Everybody okay? Nikhil okay? Viswa clear? Vivan clear? I will ask Saranya. Saranya clear beta?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, see, I'm not shy calling out your names. I don't want any of you to be shy either, okay? I don't understand everything in one go. And if somebody takes more attempts, it's okay. I mean, if somebody has to say that, oh, I did not understand, without any hesitation, ask me 4 times. I have no shame. Trust me, you guys are much smarter than me. You guys are picking up things much faster. I used to go through literally a ride to understand things, okay? I had much more problems to deal with than you guys are dealing with. Okay, with respect to aptitude and ability to understand. So that was a God-gifted problem that I had. Okay, alright. So we saw that, okay, if I have a quadratic equation, then we can have 2 solutions or 1 solution or no solution. Two solution, again, that comes from discriminant or by factorizing it. There are different ways to find it out. Now we are talking about a system of linear equations and linear equation and quadratic equation. What does it mean to us? Now let's look at, visualize this as a coordinate plane. If I have a linear equation, let's say x plus 3y equal to 9. This is a linear equation, okay? And when I draw this draws a line like this. Meaning each and every point on this line will abide by this contract, this agreement. Now I have a quadratic equation, let's say, which is y equals x square plus 6x plus 2 or minus whatever. When I use this for plotting it, we see that, okay, it's a quadratic equation. Quadratic equation doesn't draw a straight line, it always draws a parabola. It drew a parabola. Whatever you see on the screen, okay, let me not go that far. So if you see a parabola coming from this equation, what it means is each and every point on this parabola is abiding by this contract or this agreement between x and y. Right? Everybody with me so far? Now, between this line and this parabola, what do we see? They don't like each other. They have nothing in common. That's why there is not even a single point which likes the contract of the line and the contract of the parabola. Or the contract of the parabola. If my parabola was drawn like this, at least we have one point where it follows this contract, meaning the straight line, and follows this contract also. Meaning, when you solve these two system of equations together, there will be at least one solution that will be common between this line and this parabola. That's why you are seeing one place where they are interacting with each other. Imagine a situation where your parabola was even more friendly with the line. These two intersected each other at 2 points, meaning this point and this point. On these 2 points, the relationship between x and y follows this contract because this is on this line, as well as this contract because it is on the parabola also. Yeah? So far, a little bit relatable, conceptually acceptable so far. So, based on whatever you guys have seen so far, whenever you are dealing with a linear equation and a parabola, there are 3 possible outcomes or situations that we can come across. One, when they have nothing in common, meaning there will be no common solution for x and y, no common value for x and y, which will satisfy both the equations. When it touches at one point, then you're talking about only one solution. Mandeep, you are 18 minutes early for your class. So when it touches at one point, that means there is one solution for one value for x and y which satisfies both the equations. And if it intersects at 2 points, that means there are two solutions for x and y that satisfies this equation and this equation both. Now this is just the theory part of it. This is how you would visualize. Now a very dumb question to you all. Can I have a parabola and a straight line intersecting or meeting each other at 3 places? That was a very dry no from Praneeth. Praneeth said, no, this question has no meaning to it. No. He doesn't even want to let me talk further. I'm just kidding. So, but yeah, the answer is simple. Forget about all the mathematics. Look at the practical relevance from a life skill perspective. Parabola is parabola. Like this, like this, like this, like this, whatever. Try drawing a line which can ever intercept or intersect any of the parabola at more than 2 places. That is not going to happen ever. And that's why Praneeth gave me a very blunt no. He was confident that it never happens. And that is true. Okay? Everybody with me so far? So we are talking about only 3 possibilities when you are dealing with system linear equation and parabola. Either they will intersect at 1 point or 2 points or no points. There is no 4th option that you can ever that you ever need to even imagine. Forget about solving. Okay? Now let's see what is that we are actually talking about. What is the kind of problem that we are going to deal with? What is that is going to bother us or become an element of excitement when we come across a problem like this? Let's look at one of the problems that I have picked up for you guys. Okay? So, okay, I have 2 equations. Y equals 2 minus 3x and y equals 5x squared. If x and y is a solution to the system of equations shown and x is greater than 0, what is the value of x? So I'll read this question one last time for you guys, or one more time. So this is one equation. Obviously by looking at this equation, by looking at the face of the equation itself, you can make out this is a linear equation because the maximum power to the variable is 1. Maximum power to the variables is 1. So this is a linear equation. When you look at the second equation, y equal to 5x squared, you see the maximum power to the variable, one of the variables is 2. That means we are talking about a quadratic equation which will eventually turn into a parabola. Okay? So we have this. The question says, if x comma y, whenever you see x comma y, it's a coordinate of a point, is a solution to the system of equations shown. Is a solution to the equation shown, meaning there is one value of x and y which satisfies this one and this one both. That is how it is a solution. And x is greater than 0. So you are being constrained by the point that if you get 2 solutions, one is positive and one is negative, you will knock off the negative one and you will only consider the one which is greater than 0. It says find out what is the value of x. Now I would want you guys to solve it and tell me, before you solve it, can somebody tell me a story? I love stories. Can somebody tell me how do you approach this problem? Yeah.
Since both of them are y
Mm-hmm. So
Because y equals 2 minus 3x and y equals 5x
Yeah.
squared.
Mhm.
They're both equivalent to each other because y equals both of them. So
Mhm.
we can say 2 minus 3x equivalent to 5x squared, and then I say x squared.
Alright, so did you guys hear it? So what Praneeth is saying is, you have two equations. This is one equation and this is another equation. As per the question also it says that x comma y is one of the solutions from this equation. Meaning there is one point where the value of x and y matches. Okay. So let's pick up a point where y matches. Meaning this value of y from here and this value of y from here will be same. Because they have a common solution with x and y. So that means we can say y equals 2 minus 3x equal to 5x squared. This is what the equation says. Knock up this thing. So 2 minus 3x equal to 5x squared. Now let's see if we can convert that into a regular quadratic equation. Move everything to one side. So this becomes plus 3x and this becomes minus 2 equals 0. From this you can solve for x. Meaning a situation where the y of both the equation matches, what is the corresponding value of x? So if you solve this equation, I will not do much of a stunt. I will simply apply the quadratic formula. And for that I will first do what is my b squared minus 4ac. What is my b? 3 squared minus 4ac. What is my a? 4 into a is 5 into c is minus 2. So this became 3 squared, that is 9, minus into minus plus, 4 5 is 20 times 2 4 is 40. This became 49, which is nothing but 7 squared. So if I do a square root of this, I get 7. Now what is my quadratic formula? It says minus b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac by 2a. So minus b, what is my b? b is 3. So minus 3 plus minus, this b square minus 4ac square root is nothing but 7. That's what we have found out. By 2 into 5, that is 10. So this became minus 3 plus 7, that is 4 by 10. And when you take the negative scenario, it becomes minus 3 minus 7 minus 10 over 10, which is minus 1. So this is the condition. This says you're not going to take the one where x is negative. So you will rule out this guy. So the only option you have is 4 by 10, which is 2 by 5 or 0.4. So you got x equals 0.4. Plug it in any of the equation and you can get the value of y. If you plug it here, 3 times 0.4 is 1.2. So 2 minus 1.2, y is equal to 0.8. Yeah? Did that make little bit sense to everybody? So basically, in the most simplified form, if you want to relate it, you have a linear equation, one and this one. It was saying that this is a point which is giving us common solution, meaning this is where both the line and the parabola are meeting, meaning the value of x and y will match. So this y will be equal to this y on that point. Do the sketch work. This is a parabola, let's say, and these are the 2 points meeting. On this point, whatever is the value of y for the line and whatever is the value of y for the parabola, both are matching, right? So, and this is the point, let's say. So visually when you compare it, you say, okay, on this point the value of y for parabola and this thing is matching. So I'll compare this with this and this becomes my equation, which I will solve and find out the possible values of x by solving it. We got 0.4 and minus 1. Second condition was saying, okay, it has to be greater than 0. So anything that is negative will be ruled out. That is how we got to 0.4 as the value of x, and then we plug that in this equation and we got the value of y as well. Did I do anything cryptic, or it's understandable and easy to follow so far? Okay. Davik, Jina, Saranya, Ritika, Neil, Sara, Vishwa, everybody? Everybody clear? Mandeep also clear? Mandeep, this will be a fun thing for you, okay? But yeah, jokes apart, is everybody clear? Vishal, I will let you guys. We have 8 more minutes. This problem I don't want to solve. I want everybody to happily waste 8 minutes or happily invest 8 minutes on this problem. And if you get stuck, that is when you will ask me for this. But I want everybody to kind of break his or her head with this problem, okay? So let me put this question here on the board. Y equal to x plus 4 and y plus 3 by 4 equals 7x square minus x plus 1. These are two equations given, and it says if a comma b is a solution to the system of equations shown and a is greater than 0, what is the value of a? So these are two equations given, and it says if a comma b, earlier we had x comma y, something same, right? A comma b is the solution for this system, one of the solution for each system equation, and a is greater than 0. Then what is the value of a? You have to find out the value of a, and I want you guys to muddle this water. I'm going for a quick nap. I'll wake up at sharp 4 to say bye to you guys. Let's see what happens. Ananya, you're giving it a try, beta? Ria, Ritika, everybody?
You want us to do it like by ourselves or like?
Yeah, of course. Yep, you guys have to do it by yourself. And only let me know when you guys are getting stuck. Sohita and Mandeep, you guys have joined. I'm sorry?
Do you want us to do it without a calculator?
Any which way. I mean, if you are comfortable with calculator, to use the calculator because you will have the luxury of using calculator in exam. If you want to do it without calculator also, that's perfectly fine. I don't mind. Okay. So Sohita and Mandeep, you guys are still have 5 more minutes before your class starts. So just hang in there or join after 5 minutes. Any which way is okay. You are here, but you're not here. Sit down quietly. That's what I'm saying. You're not here, meaning your presence should not be felt. This is to keep the mosquito away. Put it as a bag, like open it in there. And before you go, it repels like a mosquito there. Okay. Anybody is done? Is anybody done? Almost. So we have just 3 more minutes, okay? So I'll stop you guys after a minute and then I will do whatever I need to do for at least giving an approach to you guys. And I'll try to solve this in 2 minutes. Let's see if that speed is good enough or not. Okay, it's exactly 3:58. I'll take 2 minutes for solving this problem. Yeah.
So I think the answer is 1.
Okay, we'll see. So when it says A and B, A comma B is the solution for this equation, meaning this is the point where X and Y value will match. Let's pick Y because Y has less power, right? Here you have square. So let's simplify this. Y plus 3 by 4 is this. So 4 times 7x square minus x plus 1 will be this value. Or Y will be equal to 4 times 7x square. 4 7 is 28. X square minus 4 times x is minus 4x. 4 times 1 is 4. And this 3 goes to this side because minus 3. So y equals 28x square minus 4x plus 1. So from this you get y equal to this, and here you have y equal to this. So put this thing here, get rid of y. You are comparing two y's, which is matching this. And from this you will see this becomes 28x square minus 4x minus 1x, that is minus 5x. 1 minus 5, this is minus 3, equal to 0. You have to solve for this equation. You will apply the quadratic formula which says b. Let's find out the value of discriminant. B square minus 4ac. B square is what? B is minus 5, that is 25. Minus 4ac, so minus 4 into what is a? 28. Into c, what is c? Minus 3. So this will become minus into minus plus, so 25 plus 4 times 3 times 28, so 12 times 28, whatever it is. So sit down, quick, without making sound. So from this we got the discriminant, and we'll plug that into this equation. X equal to minus b plus minus b squared, or whatever is the value from coming from this, square root of this value by 2a. 2 times a is again 28. And says here you will get two values of x. So x is nothing but your a, and you will rule out the one which is negative. So that's all about this problem. There was nothing different with this. You just have to make sure that you get the question right and you solve the quadratic equation the simplest possible way, so that you get to the root of the problem. Did I say something complicated, or it was okay or easy to follow, everybody? Except for the younger ones who have joined for the next class.
It was okay.
Okay? Everybody? Jana, Saranya, Ritika,
Yes, sir.
everybody? Samriddhi, Ananya, everybody clear?
Good evening, sir.
Okay, everybody clear? Except for the younger ones. Okay.
Yes.
Then why to waste time with me? Go ahead, have fun. We'll see you guys next Saturday. Bye, brother.